Hi, this is Nancy Watson. I'm the creator of EverydayDigCit. I am a DigCit nerd, and I've been thinking about digital citizenship for at least a decade now, and it's something that I feel is so important and is often overlooked, or maybe teachers view it as like, I don't have time for one more thing. So I've said for a long time that digital citizenship does not have to be an extra lesson, an add-on. It can just be one sentence a day. But for people who don't spend as much time thinking about digital citizenship as I do, I also know that that is maybe a little bit challenging to come up with, well, what would I say about digital citizenship? You say it's just one sentence, but I don't even know what that means. So for a long time, I've wanted to create an app that would give teachers some sentences like that, some questions that they might ask their students in an app. So it would just be in their pocket, and they could come to the app and refer to hey, I haven't said anything to my kids about digital communication recently, for example. I wonder what I could maybe talk to them about today. So to give you an example, there are, you can see that there are 4 grade bands here. So I'll go ahead and tap on primary so that you can kind of get an idea of what you might see here. Within safety and security, there are some subcategories. So on care and feeding, these questions or statements are going to be about basic device care. So maybe it is, how do we carry our devices? Obviously, this is not something that you can just talk to your kindergartners about one time. This is something that might need to come up again and again, but that is an issue of digital citizenship because it talks about how we care for our devices and keep them safe. Another question there is, what does it mean to log off? A lot of 5-year-olds might not actually know what that means. They're used to using their parents' phone or maybe an iPad where they don't have to log in and log out. So those are just some questions and some vocabulary that you might consider incorporating into what you're doing in your classroom already. I'll tap back a couple of times to get to the main home screen, and then we'll take a look at some things that you might find in the high school area. Tapping here, I can go to, let's say, personal ethics. Within that, there are 5 additional subcategories. So I'll tap on screen time. So maybe you want to talk to your 14 and 15-year-olds about how they manage their screen time, or what screen time means to them, if they think it's problematic that they spend too much time on screens. So there's conversation starters. You could use that as a bell ringer at the beginning of the day, or you could just sort of have a conversation in the hallway with your students. But this helps you to be thinking about digital citizenship and how you can naturally incorporate it into what you're doing already. And it also helps students maybe think about their digital habits in ways that probably a lot of people are not talking to them about. So I hope that this is something that you find useful. I would love your feedback and suggestions for what else should be included in this app. You can connect with me down at the bottom, and then there's also a crowdsourcing spreadsheet that I'm putting together so that you can submit your suggestions right there. Please let me know if you have any questions and if you find this useful. I'd love to know it.